Well, folks, the big question is this. Can Ted and Nicole make it? Now, I don't know because I've never been in a long term relationship or married, so I can't sit up here and say, oh man, it's no big deal. It was, 20 plus years ago and this, that, and third. But I will say this much. I would not put Bill and Ted in the same category because to me, Ted is the equivalent of a person who they tried to, walk life on the dangerous side just once, and one time was enough for them. And then, he tried his best to like bury his secret. And of course, it came back to the light, but one time was enough. He stepped out on his wife. But, as we learned, it wasn't just a one and done, a one time, one night stand. Apparently, him and Leslie had something going on for a little bit, a while there. But he didn't have a bunch of partners or, mistresses the same way Bill did. Not to mention, he didn't desecrate their home by having one of his women in the bed that he sleeps in with his wife like Bill did. So there's that aspect of it. Cheating is cheating. And I will say this, yeah, while Ted has apparently been the model husband for the past couple of decades, you got to look at it from the perspective of Nicole, where it's like, wow, is the only reason you did all this because you love me or because you did it out of guilt? Even worse is that you have a child with this woman, which her mere existence is a constant reminder of your unfaithfulness. Then to top it all off, I opened my home to this young lady, and it turned out to just lead to my downfall. Public humiliation. I feel like to me, that is the worst part. I mean, had Ted been honest, with Nicole at some point over the past 20 years, maybe something could have, changed. But let's be real here. Even if he had told her about the affair years ago, the reappearance of Eva, that would have complicated a lot of things. It would have. So I feel like, well, we know Ted is going to be in like a hotel because Nicole's going to kick him out. Reconciliation, I think, is possible because Nicole is the kind of woman who is level headed. I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing. Yo, hey, with this affair being brought to the light and everything, we're probably going to see a new side of Nicole that we've never seen. But I feel like, low key, Nicole loves Ted more than she's hurt by the betrayal. And I think, like they say, time heals all wounds. But you also got to look at it from the perspective of, if Nicole was forced to kind of sit with this by herself and sort things out, I think it could work. But you got to look at the fact that her parents are in her ear, her sister who also got cheated on. But you got to also look at it from the perspective of, yes, Bill and Ted both cheated on their wives, but the circumstances were completely different. And to top it all off, Ted, unlike Bill, has been a great husband, minus the affair, of course. So I really want to see how things are going to unfold. And it's not just with Nicole. You got to look at the kid's perspective too. Now with Kat, it's kind of like what they were saying, like, look, this happened way before you were born. So, Kat's real anger is about seeing her mom hurt, but then also rightfully feeling some kind of way because her own parents kept telling her, you bugging, leave Eva alone. But she knew about this the entire time, or she was right about it. And when it comes to Ted, he has a lot to wrap his mind around because it's like, oh man, this is crazy. I done messed up big time. I mean, yeah, he really did. Like, the fact that you got Bill to run Dana out of town 20 some years ago. Then she pops back up. Then, like a dumbass, you give her 50 grand thinking that's going to make her leave. And it's like, if she didn't disappear for good the first time, what makes you think it will happen the second time? So I blame him for not doing, follow up on his work. So he really slipped up there. And I really do want to know how Ted's character is going to change between now and when the actor swap happens not too long from now. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on this. How do you think Ted and Nicole are going to move forward from here? Do you think there's going to be a divorce? Do you think Nicole will forgive him? Well, only time will tell. But like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.